I love big RPGs, but most of them suck. So when you get a good one, it's the best. There's a certain magic that games with creative quest solutions, simulation elements, and stories that are good enough to keep you moving, but bland enough to make you want to do side quests. And that thing is the ability to get completely lost in them as a player, to feel bad when your actions have consequences, to pick up the game vernacular like a literal dork, and to neglect your physical health to the point society shuns you.
What's your problem, fatso?
It's rare, but it does happen, and mainly with huge-ass RPGs. And the best part about those huge RPGs is that they come in all sorts of different flavors. JRPGs give you massive worlds filled with some of the most complex systems and biggest titties you've ever seen. Europeans can't stop cranking out these incredibly free and insanely janky RPGs that all in all prove the EU is a completely ineffective government body. And then everyone else in the West just keeps mass producing these disgusting, formulaic messes that have no magic and reek of shit. But hey, I, Jonathan Rosenblum, head game critic at Tibbs TV, am an addict. An addict for nostalgia and meth, but mostly meth. And because my real life offers little to no opportunities of advancement or real change, I went back to the last massive RPG that hit me good, Elden Ring. But you can't be nostalgic for something brand new, so I went back and played Kingdom Come Deliverance. But after my 12th day of living a monastic life and practicing bean eugenics, I became bored. So I decided to look up other Eurojank titles like it. And that's when I found the Gothic series. Booted it up, experienced just about 1 second of combat, and immediately quit. That game and that series has aged the same way we all will. Regrettably. No, see, I wanted something easy to play because I'm tired of getting my ass kicked both in virtual reality and in real life. So I decided to boot up Fable 2. It has worse systems and less freedom than most Eurojank because it lacks pretty much all of that signature jank. But what Fable is something special. It's fun. And I think the thing that makes it fun is its relatively small size compared to other AAA RPGs. The devs had to expertly use an incredibly small area and pack as much as they can into it. And they did it with great success. But that's not even to say these areas are static. Certain areas in the world itself can be changed based on player action. For instance, a bridge getting built because you donated to it, or simply murdering your family. You'll backtrack and find new routes, new paths, and side quests that take full advantage of these small maps. The result is a closed world that might feel small compared to Skyrim, but feels way more alive. You can't talk about Fable or the world of Fable without talking about player speed. Your character moves fast as in this game. I don't know how much skooma the hero in this game is huffed, but he definitely moves faster than the average stimulant abuser. In fact, for the large majority of the game, you don't even need to fight people. You can just run right past them. And the game makes this little takeoff jet sound whenever you sprint. And then your character basically floats across the map, moving so fast it's hard to keep them on the path. But it is also incredibly nice to say, you know what, I'm just not going to fight this fight, and run right by them. And don't worry about being underpowered either. This game is wildly easy. The combat is so simple and boring. It's an absolute genius move to make the player character so fast they can simply run away. Or so when you can't run away, the player can just tap Y and kill a bunch of motherfuckers like it's a free-for-all on Rust. And those small maps and high speeds are key to playing through this game and the fun feeling it has because it allows the player to only do what they want to do. And you'll want to do a lot because the side quests are some of the best design I've seen. Fable could and should be used as a model for games where quests impact the world. You can get married from quests, you change your appearance for quests, you can stop bandits randomly assaulting you from every tree you come across, and you can join a cult. There's a lot you can get done. And these things can change the way that your character plays and the way that the world reacts to you, like an inn becoming populated after clearing the bandits from it. But in addition to great quest design, there's a simple charm in Fable's writing. It can be crass and also not funny at times. But the way the game takes the world so ridiculously bleeds into the vibe of everything. It makes some of those things like the crazy ragdolls and wonky relationship mechanics feel on point instead of jarring. I had like 10 families in this game, and some dude tried to extort me for bigamy. It was awesome. And don't get me wrong, I paid him off, because happy wives equal getting more topped off. But when silly events like that are programmed into the game, it makes the player get silly with the game, and that results in a lot of fun. And I don't think I've really seen a lot of other series do that correctly. Maybe Fallout with its Pip-Boy humor, or BioShock with its just great vibes and great narrative. It just feels like some drunk Brit is telling fables. Because ultimately that's what this is. There's a reason your hero kicks so much ass. And that's also the reason there's real life situations and drama being woven into the plot, such as leaving your kid behind to grow up without you, all without getting too dark. And it makes your mind drift back to like 2008 or whenever, when Xbox had a menu that looked like this, and achievements that sounded like this. With the game standard here at Tibbs TV, I'm Jonathan Rosenblum.